Hello everybody and welcome to San Diego, California. We're here on the sandy shores in Southern California for tonight's SFL matchup between the Portland Fleet and San Diego Mavericks. I'm Jack Brown alongside my broadcast partner for tonight, Wade Phillips. Wade, these two teams towards the bottom of the Pacific Division, both looking for traction. What do you think is the key for these two teams to really come out on top?
For me, it starts with the offensive line for both teams. San Diego has a real tough time keeping Javier Vasquez up, and when he is up, he is just deadly. Portland, on the other hand, if they can lean on their passing game, they have a real good chance of progressing and getting a win tonight.
Yeah, Portland, they've shown their defensive prowess, as that has been their more cohesive unit so far this season. San Diego, though, again, as you said, when Javier Vasquez is given time in the pocket to make his mind up and make the correct throw, he can be deadly. Alongside, of course, the halfback Jalen Wells came over from the running back factory in Sioux Falls. He's also had a pretty decent season for himself so far.
To me, it's been a fantastic year. San Diego really wants to get a win tonight, but if they can, they're going to be sitting pretty.
Couldn't agree with you more, and they're going to start the game with the ball. It's on the tee, and David John is ready to kick this one off for Sunday night SFL football from the West Coast. Going to be fielded right at the goal line, taking out past the 10, past the 20, up to the 25, and that is where Javier Vasquez and company are going to set up shop.
And this is a good chance for them to get going early and set the tone that'll carry them through the whole game.
Yep. San Diego wearing the gold and white uniforms with the olive green helmets. Portland wearing the all white with blue numbers and gray helmets. First and 10 for Javier Vasquez is going to be split back. High snap, short drop for Vasquez, throws right to the corner, and that's going to be caught inbounds, and that's going to bring up second down and 5. And yeah, those are pretty good throw and catch for them.
Yeah, pretty good little start to the game. Completion for 5 yards. That's always good to get a positive play on first down, and that'll just keep that momentum going.
Yeah, running through the rest of the Mavericks offense, the running backs are Jalen Wells and Nick Hoagland at fullback. Receivers are Ryan Owens, Connor Weston, and Shea Carroll, and tight ends are Stephen McMichael and Optimus Klein. They're going to hand it off to Jalen Wells, and Jalen Wells tries to go for a little hole to the other side of the field, but it's not going to go. Third down and 4. Tackle was made on the play by Gary Clem.
Yeah, and that was a fantastic tackle at the line of scrimmage to just stop it before it started. And Gary Clem has, quite a few tackles this year, and he's just going to keep padding his stats.
Short drop once again from Javier Vasquez, going to lob it over the middle, and that one's not going to go. Throw it into what looked like double, maybe even triple coverage, but they're going to give the pass deflection to Bob Funk. Fourth down.
Yeah, and
4.
he wants that back because he threw that, and I bet just as soon as he left his fingers, he says, "Oh no, this is going to be bad." But luckily, it was just a pass incomplete, and he'll live to fight another day.
Yeah, so now Alex Dominion, the punter, comes out for his first shift of the night. Snaps right where it needs to be, and the kick is away. Fielded at about the 30-yard line. Going to take it up to around the 34. And that is where the Portland Fleet are going to set up shop.
And was that Optimus Klein with the special teams tackle right there? He really laid him out.
Yeah, I mean, never underestimate the special teams unit. Now out comes Matt South in his second season back in the SFL, spending both of his seasons with the Portland Fleet ever since he came out of retirement. First and 10, he's in the shotgun. Short drop for Matt South, goes to the sideline, finds his man, and that one's going to be caught in bounds. Second down and 3. Catch was made by Jean Valentin.
Great catch by Jean Valentin to kind of seek out that close to the first down marker. He got 7 yards, and they get a nice pickup with that out route. And if they can just keep that up, that first was a 3 and out, but we'll see if they can buck that trend.
So now it's second down and 3. Hand off to Ezekiel Love. Ezekiel Love is able to get to the outside, and he gets the first down and a few yards on top of that. Brings up to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Fleet.
Nice initial push by the offensive line, and Love got a nice couple yards to get the first down and used his speed and shiftiness to get a couple yards extra.
Yeah, the rest of the Fleet offense is as such. Quarterback is Matt South. Halfback is Ezekiel Love. Fullback, John Trusman. The receivers are Art Vandelay, Jean Valentin, and Benjamin Warner. The tight end, Nelson Lozano, as the throw is caught, gain of 7 yards. Catch is made there by Art Vandelay.
Art Vandelay gets his first of the game, and that's just a similar play to that first down last drive, and just going to continue eating up those yards.
So now it's 2 wide at the bottom, 1 wide at the top. The I form in the back. Deep drop from Matt South. Has all day in the pocket to throw, but throws it short, and that one was a risky throw, but the pass is deflected by number 43 of the San Diego Mavericks.
And that was a kind of a risky play, but it was kind of a fight for the ball, but ended up just batted down by the defender. But that could have been either way. Could have been a catch, could have been an interception, but no harm, no foul.
Yeah, the deflection was on the corner. Robert Johnson is going to be 3rd and 3 now for the Fleet. Hand off to Ezekiel Love, and Ezekiel Love is caught up in the backfield. No way he was going to get past that swamping defensive line. Main tackler there was Joe Duncan.
That was a great just swarm by San Diego. They saw the ball carrier in the backfield and swarmed him for just absolutely nothing, and they really need a lot of that going on this game.
So now out comes Dominic Birkin to punt the ball, and the kick is away. Could be fielded right at the 10, and the return man for the Mavericks is going to be blown up right where he stood. Ryan Owens couldn't get anything going, so they'll set up shop at the 13-yard line.
He had absolutely nowhere to go. The coverage team just absolutely swarmed him, and he got 1, if that, yards, and that's just great coverage.
Vasquez going under center, the offset I. Handoff once again to Jalen Wells, and Jalen Wells is not going to get anything going. Gains a yard on the run, 2nd and 9.
And that was a great penetration by the defensive line and linebackers just to bust up that play for nothing, really just 1 yard. And they're continuing this trend of just playing smash mouth football and really stopping the offense from getting any traction.
Once again, going under center is Javier Vasquez. Going to hand off to Nick Hoagland, the fullback. The quick handoff was not enough to dissuade the Portland defense from using all their force. Mel Davis with his 2nd tackle on the night.
And Mel Davis just plays as just a stud for this Portland defense, and he really showed it right there.
Empty backfield now for the Mavs. Deep drop from Javier Vasquez. Had no time to throw, but was able to get it off. Catch was made by Ryan Owens, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 2.
And that was just too many bodies over there on that right side, and they threw to the opening, and they got that catch and just couldn't get the first down, which is unfortunate.
So now, once again, Alex Dominion coming out to punt this one away for the Mavericks. Snaps right where it needs to be, and the punt is away. Fielded at right around the 40, going to take it up to the 45-yard line. And that is where the Fleet are going to take over the ball.
And that's
there's a flag on
back-to-back
the play.
3-and-outs for San Diego. And that's just a phenomenal job by the defense.
And it's going to be actually against the Fleet for clipping. The Mavericks are going to accept that one. I think it still remains Fleet ball. But they're going to have to now set up a little bit further back. Now on their own 29 are the Portland Fleet. Matt South only having Ezekiel Love in the backfield. 4 wide to the top, to the bottom. It's going to be a handoff to Ezekiel Love, and that one was just a great play in terms of its setup, really.
It really was. They spread out the linebackers and everybody out and just left just some nice running room up the middle, and they took advantage of it, and he gained just a hefty chunky yardage right there.
And once again, it's an empty backfield look for the Fleet. Deep drop from Matt South. South gonna bomb it deep towards the sideline. He is the luckiest man in San Diego to not have that one picked off.
He was, because even though Art Vandal is 6'3", those corners and that safety for San Diego just would not let him get over him, and they're lucky that was just incomplete.
So now it's 3rd down and 6. Coming out now in the I form. John Trusman back out on the field. And it's going to be a play action, but Matt South goes down. That's a sack for the Mavericks. What a play to force a 4th and 10.
Just a heads up play, just to beat his man, get that sack, and now 4th down, and they've got just another chance to try to get a score. That couldn't have come at a bigger time.
Yeah, Denzel Maverick, the man on the sack, proving his name right, I guess, in some way. So it's 4th and 10. Portland out to punt the ball away. Kicks away, and it's going to be fielded at about the 33. Going to take it up past 35. Up to the 37-yard line. And, folks, this has been a defensive struggle of a first quarter so far.
It has. I don't know if it's just that the defenses really came to play, or if the offensives are just kind of playing a little slow, need to knock some rust off. But definitely a defensive slugfest right now.
Under center now is Vasquez. 2 wide at the top of your screen. Short drop. Goes on the flat. Nice throw. Nice catch. Able to gain a few yards. Stephen McMichael on the reception.
And there's one of those big tight ends that they have. And, it was only a gain of 1, but they like that out route, it seems, this game. And see if maybe they can get something else to work. Just nothing else has really worked at all.
So once again, 2nd and 9. Short drop. Can't find anyone, so he just goes the halfback on the flat. Gets a few yards. 3rd and 5 now for the Mavericks.
And that was just nothing really happening good right there for San Diego. And that was just everything went against them that time, except for, they didn't get out of a turnover, but nothing happening.
3rd and 5, deep drop for Javier Vasquez. Goes deep down the sideline. He caught that. What a grab. Go up and get it. Shea Carroll, the journeyman, showing why so many teams have taken him up.
Definitely. He showed that he knows his way around a football field and can catch a ball with someone in his face, and really came down with a breathtaking catch right there. That was just phenomenal, and I look to see them target Shea Carroll a lot more in this game.
Yeah, no disrespect to the corner on that play, Derek Majors. He did everything he could to get that play to work. Empty backfield within the 30. San Diego might be taking a shot for the end zone. Short drop for Vasquez. Tries to go with a little under route, gains 4 yards. Great job to just be aware of what you have and just throw it short.
Definitely. He goes from a 30-yard play on that previous one to a 4-yard check down, but hey, he's targeting who's open and he's finding his men.
Yeah, that was Tanetti on the reception on the really short grab. 2nd and 6 now for the Mavs. Hand off to Jalen Wells, and Wells gains 2 yards on the play, bring up 3rd down and 4. Ball's now on the 22-yard line, and for the first time today, we've probably had a legitimate offensive drive established.
Yes, before it had just been kind of, dink and dunk, just nothing happening. But now we're getting to see a little bit payoff.
Under center is Vasquez. Short drop. And hit as he throws. I think he was intending that one for the halfback Jalen Wells. But number 75, Gary Burney, getting the pressure to Javier Vasquez. And now San Diego is going to have to rely on Cappuccino.
And we had talked about it before the game about the offensive lines needing to come up big, and they kind of let him down and stop that drive, and hopefully they can come away with 3 points right here, but just kind of stalls that drive when that offensive line breaks down.
Kick is away from Nico Cappuccino, and it's through from 39 out. Nico Cappuccino, 1 for 1 on the day.
And he's perfect for the year as well. So Nico Cappuccino coming through in the clutch.
Nico Cappuccino, you can almost call him Nico Kikachino with how much he's been able to do with his legs so far this year.
Indeed.
As he's now got the ball on the tee, and he's ready to kick this away. Gonna be fielded right at the goal line, taken up past the 10, up past the 20. They're not going to get anywhere further than that. 21 is where Matt South is going to take over.
And quite a long drive to go, 79 yards to go, and they really haven't done much. And we'd like to see them, establish some kind of a run maybe, or just do something. They just have been just sadly inadequate today.
Under center, short drop from Matt South. Able to find someone, sheds the tackler. Had he been able to turn upfield, it would have gotten a few more yards. John Valentin, his second reception on the day.
Yeah, and kind of taking out his frustration and not getting that first down on the poor person on the sideline. But that's he got the extra yards on on contact, and that's definitely something you want to see from Valentin going forward.
Under center now is Matt South. Handoff. He's going to charge forward Ezekiel Love. They're not going to give him the first down. 3rd down and 1. Ezekiel Love probably put in about as much horsepower to that as a race car, but just not able to push it forward across the line.
That's right. And it was a tug of war, and just unfortunately they just stopped him before he could pull any more.
So it's 3rd down and 1. Short drop from Matt South, goes deep over the middle, throws it into coverage again, and you just can't keep doing that against the San Diego defense, who, as we talked about before the game, that is their specialty, is their secondary.
That's right, and they just are tempting fate really by targeting those kind of wayward passes that are kind of going up against 2 defenders at a time, and it's just could bite them in the back end sometime.
Kick is away, and it's going to be fair caught at the 34-yard line. Score update from Fort Lauderdale. The Florida Storm are up on the Mexico City Aztecs 21-17 over on the SFL on FTF. We appreciate everyone for tuning in here on the SFL's Twitch page for Portland versus San Diego. As Javier Vasquez now going under center. Deep drop from Vasquez. Has almost all day to throw. He does not. He is going right down for the count. Loss of 5 on the sack. Number 92, Robert Brar on the takedown.
And that was, to me, it looked like might have been a coverage sack. He had enough time to maybe find someone, but that coverage was good, and the line just beat their man eventually and brought him down.
Yeah, I think I counted 3 defensive linemen in the pocket at the time of the sack, but it's going to bring up second down. It's 15 now for the Mavericks. High snap for Vasquez. Throws a high ball, and it's going to gain 8 yards. Nice throw.
Definitely. They needed that just to continue the momentum and see if they can continue this drive.
Same time again. Pump fakes it. He's going to go down. Javier Vasquez sacked twice in 3 plays. It's going to bring up 4th and 14.
And this defensive line for Portland has just been playing just roughshod on this offensive line, and that they've had to pick up Javier Vasquez a few times just from getting laid out.
Yeah, that was Derwin Nuevo on the sack. Oh, go ahead.
No, good. Sorry.
But now, Alex Dominion out to punt. It's going to be a high and long one at around the 30. It's going to be up to the 35. And now Portland gets another chance to hopefully get something going on offense as the first quarter is drawing to a close.
And now Portland actually gets some decent field position. Before they had been kind of starting around the 20, and now they getting a little life. So hopefully they can, get that spark they need.
31 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Matt South going under center. Deep drop. Short, quick throw. Keeps it in rhythm, and that's going to gain 5 yards.
5 yards, got him out of bounds, stop that clock. Great play call to keep this clock from continuing to go, and now they can have a little bit to work with where they can, they have a few options before the timeout. So
yeah, that was Art Vandelay on the reception, his second of the day. South with a deep drop. Once again, does the same thing, but it's going to be tipped up and falls incomplete. Kind of got lucky there. San Diego with the jump. Raylan Earl III was the man on the deflection.
He jumped the route, it looked like, and had he caught that, he'd still be running. And I don't think they would have stopped him from getting a pick six, but just scary when he throws that way.
3rd and 5. This will most likely be the final play of the quarter. Deep drop from Matt South. And what? That defensive lineman was completely untouched. Barreling in on Matt South. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here on Twitch. The Mavericks are up 3-0. And after that massive defensive play, they might go up by a little bit more. Stay tuned. So now Dominic Birkin out to attempt his 4th punt of the day. Kick is high. Fair caught at about the 39-yard line. Going to bring up 1st and 10.
Now San Diego gets another crack at it. And, if they can keep Javier Vasquez up, they can drive. And I'd like to see him add Jalen Wells into the mix a little bit because he's, hasn't been too bad this year at running the ball.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams have really shown that, if their offensive lines can buy them some time, they can get a lot of stuff done on offense. Short drop, going to be a throw over to Jalen Wells, and Wells gains 3 yards, give or take.
3 yards on a little dump off, and now just continue that momentum. Just continue to, rip off 3-4 yards a gain. And it'll come together, and you've got plenty of time. It's only 3-0, and they can do, if they can put something together, they have a shot.
Under center, deep drop for Javier. And Javier gets the first down with the throw. Threads the needle exactly where it needed to be. I think that was Shea Carroll once again on the reception.
That was dependable Shea Carroll, and they caught him on that little out route, got him the first down, and really he's looking his way a lot more this game.
Hand off to Jalen Wells, right up the middle and walloped right at the line by number 52 for the Portland Fleet. What a hit.
Just walloped him, and we've heard his name a few times today, but that was his biggest hit of the day, and just phenomenal tackling.
Yeah, that was Mel Davis on the hit. 2nd down and 10. Deep drop now for Javier Vasquez. He's going to move up in the pocket, throws it over to Jalen Wells once again. Brings up 3rd down and 9. And they are kind of in a weird spot right now.
They really are in that kind of no man's territory of the field, and where you're kind of, do you go for it? Do you punt it? I mean, it's one of those weird spots.
Under center now is Javier. Throws it deep over the middle. Tipped up in the air. That one was nearly picked off. 2 men got their hand on it. One of them was Allen, but just not able to corral in the ball and could not finish off the interception.
And I don't know if Shot Allen got the tip or the eventual almost interception, but either way, he was definitely involved in the play. But just heads up play by Portland, but unfortunate pass that was almost intercepted.
As the punt is away, fair caught at the 17-yard line. San Diego so far definitely winning the field position battle.
That's for definite sure, because they've been able to pin them near or behind the 20-yard line almost every time, except for that last drive.
From Matt deep south is going to be just another quick little throw. Gains 4 yards, and that was to Art Vandelay. Vandelay so far having the best night of any of the Portland receivers.
They have definitely targeted him quite often, and that, I believe that 30-yard play was to him as well. And excuse me, that might have been San Diego, excuse me. But, he's been playing well tonight, for sure.
Deep drop from Matt South, throws it deep to the sideline, and that one was not caught by anybody. Intended for Jean Valentin. He had it, but just could not really come up with it.
That was great coverage right there. And the tip up, almost intercepted. Lanier got a great play on the ball, and also Jacob Clear got up there and just unfortunately dropped, and little butterfingers, but great heads up defense play right there.
Yeah, got the jump, but it's 3rd and 6 now for Portland. Gotten lucky on 2 plays so far. Deep drop from Matt South, slings it deep once again. That one's going to be in and out of the hands of Jean Valentin once again. Just not able to get the deep ball working so far for the Fleet.
Just agonizingly close to a catch. It looked like he had it in his hands and he just poked out at the last minute. Just one of the peanut punch almost. But, this Portland wide receiver core has done pretty well tonight. If they can just get a little something sustained, I think it'll be a lot smoother sailing in the second half.
So the punt is away, and San Diego will take control of it at the 44-yard line. San Diego with possibly the best field position that either team has had tonight.
I do believe you are correct, because it's been the best they've had really is like the 37 up till now, but now it's on the 44, so let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Vasquez under center with the offset eye, 3 wide. Deep drop, throw quick over the middle, and that one was tipped. Falls to the ground once more. Tip was made by Bob Funk, the free safety.
And Bob Funk lives back there and gets tackles usually, but he has up until this game had 4 pass defenses, and he really just 6'4", 220. He's a load back there.
Two wide to the bottom, one wide to the top. Second and 10. Vasquez has a lot of time to throw. Goes for the same route as last time. Not going to do it that time. Deflection made by Shad Allen.
And there we say Shad Allen's name again. He up until this game was second in the SFL with 5 interceptions, and he really is a ball hawk back there.
Empty backfield. Deep drop. Not going to make it. Oh, shit, a tackler. I think the pressure got to him, though, and just was not able to complete the pass. Bernie with the major pressure on Javier.
And there was that pressure he broke out of, and then it was a pass deflection at the line, but that was just a heads-up play by the quarterback to just make something, just not get sacked and just make something happen, really.
Yeah, the fact he didn't lose any yards, I think, is honestly a win in and of itself.
Yeah, because that could have been bad.
So the punt is away, and Portland's going to field it, and Matt South will be starting up at the 19-yard line. Matt South so far 5 for 11 for a little over 30 yards. Not been having the best of nights so far as this Portland Fleet offense.
No, they haven't. And San Diego's defense really came to play, as well as, a little rusty on the Portland offense, to be honest.
Deep drop from Matt South. Throws it deep over the middle once again. These teams seem to be really wanting to go for the deep ball, but apart from that one catch from Shea Carroll, I don't remember any of it really working.
Yeah, you're right. That's the only one that's worked. The rest have been, really kind of bad throws. I mean, they've been in coverage, or they've just not really looking sharp, honestly.
Yeah, it just seems to be that the issue is not really that grave decision-making by either of the quarterbacks up until this point. Matt South going to hand it off to Ezekiel Love. Ezekiel Love sheds a tackler, nearly sheds off 2, makes it a 3rd and 5 for the Fleet, and the tackle was made there by the strong safety, Mike Ryan.
And Mike Ryan made a big play right there to stop him, because he could have got, quite a few more yards, but now they're kind of playing desperation and trying anything to get yards.
Short drop from Matt South. Once again, it's another deep ball over the middle, and it's the man who he targeted, Art Vandelay, comes up with the grab and single-handedly ignites the spark that had been lost so long in this Fleet offense.
And there he is, the spark plug that just gets him started. Beats his man, gets that little cushion in the coverage, and caught it for just a wonderful first down, and that's exactly what they needed. Now they're finally putting a little drive together, and let's see if they can sustain it, or if they end up, turning into the special teams unit.
Only one man in the backfield for the Fleet, and Matt South. South goes right back to Vandelay, and Vandelay has been single-handedly making mincemeat out of the San Diego defense these last 2 plays.
And that's his 5th catch out of 8 targets, and he is just showing up big right now, and that's exactly what they needed. They needed a playmaker to come up in the clutch.
Short throw, and that's exactly what they kind of wanted to do. Or the Portland Fleet. Catch is made by Benjamin Warner, the return specialist. That was his first grab of the day.
And now they're just completing targets, which is, I mean, hey, if you can see it happen, you can just keep that momentum going and just keep it up. and as long as they can keep making positive yardage, it's always a good thing.
Deep drop from Matt South. Throws it over on the flat. Gains 5 yards to Art Vandelay. And Vandelay, I mean, what haven't we said about him over the past about minute and a half or so?
I know we're running out of expletives, and he's just really been phenomenal this drive and really this game, but this drive especially.
So Matt South on 3rd and 5 finds the man once again. Benjamin Warner towards the sideline, able to dance his way down to the 14-yard line. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time either of these teams have been in the red zone today.
You're very correct, because before they got almost in that cusp and then had to kick a field goal, but now they're definitely in striking distance for the first time in this game.
Ron Hoff was the man on the tackle who could argue that was a touchdown saver, but it's now 1st down and 10 for the Fleet. Under center with a heavy set. Going to be a handoff to Ezekiel Love, and Ezekiel Love finds the hole, but the defensive tackle able to shed his man just at the right moment. Actually, that was the linebacker, Devin King.
Yep, and stopped what was a 3-yard gain from being, a 5-6 yard gain, and that's definitely what they needed to limit the damage and see if they can, buck up. Oh,
free play for the Fleet. Throws over the middle. Touchdown, Portland. The free play isn't going to mean anything as they put the first touchdown up on the board.
And that was Jean Valentin getting the touchdown, and, free play. Why not throw it there? And they did, and got the positive result that they wanted. Perfect play.
Yeah, and Portland taking the opportunities given to them primarily off Art Vandelay and convert that into a score and have really swung momentum in their direction.
It really has. And now I have a feeling San Diego might have to kind of limit Art Vandelay, which is going to open up things for, the rest of the playmakers on Portland. And now it really just opens up their playbook.
Kicks away, and it is through. And that single drive alone was more than double the results of all their previous drives combined, Portland. So that drive, they found something and made it connect, and that something came in the form of Art Vandelay.
They did find that something, and they need to lean on him heavily, I believe, the rest of this game, because anything else they were trying really wasn't working. And once they started leaning on him, he really started making things happen.
So taking it up now to the 25 off the return. That's where the Mavs are going to set up shop here on offense.
And now can they repeat the performance that Portland just had? Or is it going to be, previous drives San Diego?
Short drop from him, going to be a deflection. 2nd down and 10 now for the Mavericks.
And that was a great heads-up play by number 41, Gary Klim, to knock that ball away whenever the ball got to the tight end, but he popped it out, and now is a harmless incompletion.
Second and 10. And it's going to be just a simple lean forward there from Jalen Wells. A halfback running the sort of run that you don't see designed for a fullback.
Yeah, just that kind of power up the middle, and really, it's almost like they were kind of probing the defense a little bit, maybe, but now they've got to spread them out.
Deep drop, going to throw it short. Brings up 4th down and 2, and now Damian's going to come out and take another punt.
just an unfortunate drive. Thought they might have a little spark to go, but just that they could not answer back the Portland drive.
Damian takes the punt right where it needs to be, and the kick is away. Fielded right at the 25-yard line. Jukes his man, gets it up to the 35-yard line. Visit the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player, join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. Links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,400 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL. We put the fan in fantasy. So Portland now, 1st and 10. Handoff to Ezekiel Love, finds a hole to the outside, gains 2 yards. Not a flashy play, but it's what's needed to keep the offense on schedule.
That's right, and now that they've kind of got that lead, they can run that clock out because, you know, if they can just keep their defense playing the way it is and just really not do anything to hurt themselves, they might have themselves in the driver's seat.
3 wide to the bottom, 1 wide to the top. Matt South lobs it deep, and that was going to be caught right over the middle. A massive grab by the tight end, Nelson Lozano. His first grab of the day, and it's going to result in a big one.
And they had a mismatch over on the right side. They had, I believe, a tight end and 2 wide receivers, and just you couldn't cover all of them. And they found the soft spot in the defense, and Nelson Lozano was the benefactor of it, and he took off for quite a few yards, and now they're sitting in their some of the best position we've had this game for them.
Yeah, they were also able to get the safety to bite down on that play and go a little bit too aggressive, and that's how they were able to get this massive gain of yards. Ball's now in San Diego's 31. Slings it deep, that's caught! Touchdown, Portland Fleet! 2 passes, 2 completions, and it's going to result in the 2nd touchdown of the night. Jean Valentin, his 2nd touchdown grab here in San Diego.
And here they open it up first with that tight end pass, and then right there to Jean Valentin. And now this offense is really firing on all cylinders, and this is the Portland I expected to see this game.
Kick is away, and it's going to be blocked! San Diego manages to limit the damage, and David John gets his PAT blocked.
Oh no, look at that. Just Portland with the special teams blunder, the bad snap, bad hold, just unfortunate. And now San Diego has a shot, you know, down 10. They're most definitely in this ball game still.
Especially if they can make something work. They have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning before halftime. Kick is deep, and it's going to be fielded right at the 2, taking it past the 10, past the 20. And it's going to be at around the 20-yard line, where Javier is going to have to make a 2-minute drill drive.
They have to play the 3-minute drill, 2-minute drill, however you want to pack it into one. But they have to get some points on the board. Otherwise, their slim chances might go down to none.
Split backs for Javier Vasquez. No time to think! He just got utterly demolished in the backfield. Someone get that man a doctor, because Derwin Nuevo may have just laid him out.
You know, Derwin Nuevo got to him, but then he had 2 friendly teammates around him that were right there to clean up any misses. So that was just a phenomenal defensive play.
2-minute warning here in San Diego before halftime. Portland's up 13-3, but the Mavericks still have all 3 timeouts in hand. Let's see if they can go drive down the field here on the SFL network on Twitch. Two wide at the top, 1 wide at the bottom for the Mavs. Throw is short, and it's going to be a gain of 1. Not what they needed, but I guess what they wanted. Optimus Klein, his first grab of the game.
Got Optimus Klein involved, and they really just have to, involve him more or do something because they have just not had nothing going on for him all game.
So 3rd down. Javier probably wanted the deeper ball, but that one's not going to go. 4th and 9 after the catch by Ryan Owens.
And just the short offense again, they're kind of trying to beat him by making men miss and yards after catch, but unfortunately they've kind of got to spread it out and maybe target some downfield receivers, but I don't know, they've just been kind of in a funk today.
Damian takes the snap right where it needs to be, and the punt is away. Fielded at the 35, going to take up to the 41. And now if you're Portland, to a certain extent, you just kind of want to hand off the ball a few times to Ezekiel Love and take this into half.
And really, are we going to see the Jekyll and Hyde performance and see Portland how they've been the past few drives, or is it going to be the team we saw in the first quarter?
Deep drop from Portland. Once again, it's another deep bomb, and that was going to be intercepted. You can't test this Maverick defense all day. You can't beat a plane in its own game of taking to the sky, or Ron Hoff is going to come down and steal it from you.
Oh, look at that. Just goes up and grabs it out of the air. And that, I think they just got a little too greedy. Maybe should have ran out the clock till halftime, but now this gives San Diego the best, or some of the best field position they've had this game.
Short drop from Javier Vasquez. Once again, going to go for a deep shot of his own. And the man caught it. Wow. Javier Vasquez able to thread the needle if I've ever seen it. And let's see who got that catch. It's reliable Mr. Shea Carroll.
And there, when he needs a big play, he calls on Shea Carroll, and there it was again. Another first down for him, really threaded that needle, and now they're putting together a nice little drive.
Short drop, short throw, intended for Stephen McMichael, but just not able to get anything going. A deflection was made by Gary Clem.
I mean, not the worst thing to happen, an incompletion. So, had they caught it, it might have had to burn another timeout, but now they can regroup, think of another play to try to strike downfield and really go for it again.
So it is 2nd and 10, but that's not really what matters now. It's 33 seconds. You're more watching the clock than you are watching the down marker. Goes deep down the field, and that one's going to be caught. 1st down and 10. And the receiver, Shea Carroll, immediately springs up and calls the timeout.
Quarterbacks, do you need a first down in the clutch? Call Shea Carroll.
I mean, as I said earlier, he's a journeyman, has spent his time playing for an innumerable amount of teams here in the SFL. And, again, showing why all those teams have signed him on.
That's right. Showing why he's, getting paid the big bucks.
Another deep drop, throws it over up top, and that one's going to be deflected. Pass is intended for Ryan Owens, but does stop the clock, and now they can recuperate and think of a new play.
Yeah, and they can, try to chip away at this yardage to go and maybe, put some points on the board, and they just really can do really anything right now at this point.
So it's 2nd and 10, 29 yards to the end zone. Short drop for Javier Vasquez. Finds a man on the flat. That's exactly what you needed. Not a thing more. Stephen McMichael on the reception. They're going to have to run back up to the line. 3rd down and 2. They don't want to waste their 3rd time out here. And I get it. Hurry up offense. Short drop. Throws it over to the sideline. Is he able to get it out of bounds? They're going to say that he did step out of bounds, Jalen Wells.
I mean, that worked out kind of almost perfectly. I mean, to chip away and get even closer for your field goal kicker. And now they've got 6 seconds to kick it, and they are, 29 yards away or so.
But of course, we've seen earlier today, even the simplest of kicks can go awry in this ball game. Kick is away. And it is through for 3. San Diego takes goes up to 6 points, making it 13-6. And now they've made it into a 1-possession ball game right before halftime.
And that just shows that missed extra point is going to come back huge near the end of this game.
So we got 1 kickoff before the half. Let's see what happens. Portland going to take it up to the 22-yard line. And, well, bit of an anticlimactic end to what has been a very interesting first half here in San Diego. Portland up 13-6 after 2 quarters of play. But San Diego still keeping in touch. And really in the SFL, that's all you need to do through 2 quarters is keep in touch. Taking a look at stats here, I mean, really, Portland's been doing very well on offense, while San Diego, they've been right up there, but they have not been able to really be on Portland's level.
Yeah, no, they really haven't. That last drive kind of got them those 3 points, but other than, the second drive of the game where they got 3 and that drive, they really did nothing in between there. And Portland kind of started showing us why they, are pretty dangerous by those last 2 touchdowns. And now it's just, can San Diego pick up their defense and let their offense shine through and get them some points?
Yeah, I mean, really, like, San Diego, they put up a good defensive fight throughout those first 2 quarters. It was just a couple lapses of judgment right towards the end that allowed for Portland to burn them over the top. But even then, they were able to make up for it, like with this interception right here by Ron Hoff.
Right, and their defense has really kept them in the ball game, and their offense hasn't really helped them much, but their defense, by playing the balls in the air and getting some pressures at the right times, are keeping them in the ball game. And if their offense, if they can keep Javier Vasquez up on his feet, I think they can at least stay competitive in this ball game.
But Portland is going to be able to get the ball to start the second half. And if they can get something going here, they'll most definitely be in control of the ball game. Kick is away, and it's going to be fielded right at the goal line, taking it past the 10, past the 20, up to about the 23-yard line. Score update from the other game right before we get started with the main plays from scrimmage here. Mexico City has taken a 31-28 lead over the Florida Storm there in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, we've just gotten the second half started here in Southern California. Matt South, who through 1 half is 13 for 21 with a 61.9% completion percentage. 2 touchdowns for an interception. And he's going to start a throw short over the middle. It's going to be picked off about 5 or 6 tips. And San Diego punishes Portland for going a little bit too aggressive. And Raylan Earl III has put San Diego in prime scoring position.
Raylan Earl III gets that interception off the tip, and really the ball was just thrown into just traffic and got tipped and brought away with an interception. And now we get to see San Diego take over right off the bat.
So under center is Javier Vasquez. Offset eye, short drop. Goes over to Jalen Wells, who's not going to get anything going. But still, they have momentum on their side. Actually, that was Nick Hoagland, the fullback, on the reception.
Hey, involving the fullback. I always love that as a former fullback myself, but they really need to maybe just go down the field a little more. I don't know. It's been hit or miss for them so far.
Short drop. Pump fake goes deep over the middle, and that one's not really gonna work. It was thrown right into coverage. Shea Carroll been targeted 9 times tonight. Has 5 receptions, and really has been insanely efficient. Just under 100 yards is what he has tonight.
And how many of those were for first downs or just, drive extending plays that eventually got him scores? I mean, he has been clutch all game.
They might call his number once again, as it's an empty backfield for the Mavericks. Deep drop from Vasquez. Short throw to not Shea Carroll. That is Connor Weston. His first catch of the night. That one's actually going to be out of bounds, so they're going to bring out the kicker.
Yeah, just kind of stalled right there, and that was more of the same kind of today for San Diego. But, if their defense keeps coming to play, I have a feeling they're going to just bend that defense until it breaks and get another score up.
Cappuccino out to attempt the relatively long field goal for him. Kick is up, nearly blocked, and it's going to be through for 3 from 46 out. Nick Kikachino coming back again, and San Diego has now made it a 4-point game.
And there he is, the man with the fantastic last name gets some more points, and it's just it's 4-point ball game. So now it's a toss up on how this ball game can go.
Yeah, really, either of these two teams are in the position to win it. I mean, the big thing that San Diego needs is they need to get the ball into the end zone in order to win the ball game, as the kick's away from Cappuccino. Feel it about the 5-yard line, taking it past the 20 up to the 25. 1st and 10 from the 24 for the Portland Fleet. And for Matt South, you gotta shake it off, man. Shake it off. It was just a bad throw, and here's your redemption, I guess.
Yeah, you got to have a short memory as a quarterback. Otherwise, you're just going to dwell on it. It's going to eat you up. But, yeah, he just needs to shake it off, come out to play.
Short drop back and a handoff to Ezekiel Love, and Ezekiel Love gains 2 yards, nothing more, nothing less. And tackle was made by number 28 for San Diego. That is Ray Lineral, the third.
And Ray Lineral was playing close to the line that time and got that stop for a 2-yard gain, but really played a nice little play right there.
Short drop, throws over on the flats once again to Ezekiel Love, and Ezekiel Love's going to make it a 3rd and 4.
Manageable 3rd down, and now they can kind of spread it out, see what they want to do, and they have options when it's a short 3rd down.
Handoff to Ezekiel Love, but Ezekiel Love not going to find anything. He's actually going to lose yardage. Tackle was made by Devin King, the linebacker.
And Devin King, we haven't heard much from him today, but he comes through with a very timely tackle to stop them in their tracks. And now they get to come out here and get another crack at the offensive drive.
Yeah, the linebackers, man, they are always important on a defense. As the punt's away, and it's going to be fielded at the 35. When he fair caught there, 37-yard line. And San Diego, they have firmly asserted control of the game in this second half. Really all they need to do is just put the ball in the end zone.
Is as easy as it sounds. Yep. They've just got to, just keep coming away with scores. I mean, their defense is really helping them, so just keep getting scores.
Short drop. Once again, going for the deep ball. And that was going to be picked off. Portland goes up, and Bob Funk is going to come down with it, getting the defense into a funky mood.
that was a combination between the safeties, really the tip and then the tip by Shot Allen and then the interception by Bob Funk. And they really play extremely well together in the pass defenses and tackles categories.
Under center I form is the call. Throws it out to the fullback, John Trusman, and John Trusman gets a grand total of 6 yards from the grab. That is his first reception of the night.
And came at a very timely time to get that 6-yard pickup, and now they've got, some stuff that they can work with.
Deep drop, throws over, passes caught by Art Vandelay, and they're going to say he didn't get the first down. That's a little bit testy there. I thought he crossed that yellow line.
Yeah, I'd like to see that red flag come flying out, but unfortunately we're not going to get to see it. But, man, you at least get another look at it, maybe pull out the chains.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the line there. It's like that kind of clear thing where the line of scrimmage and the first down marker combine, but it's 3rd and inches. Heavy set, handoff to Ezekiel Love, and he's just going to waltz right through for the first down, making us completely forget about the play before.
Yep, and hey, the first down, that's what they needed, so that those refs like, yeah, these things are happening, guys. Just trust us.
It all works out in the end, I guess. As first down and 10, ball is on San Diego's 39. They're going to hand it off to Ezekiel Love. Love's got room to the outside. Can he shut the man? No, he won't. But gets it all the way down to the 20. Ezekiel Love gets his biggest run in the game.
That was blocking at every level right there. There was number 73 was down the field, 15 yards down the field, hitting defensive backs, and that's really what sprung him for the longest run of the day for him.
Portland entering San Diego's red zone. Short drop, throws it over to Art Vandelay, and Vandelay had it in his hands, but just kind of bobbled it around and ended up dropping it.
Just lost it right there. He almost caught it, hit him in the helmet, and then just harmlessly falls to the ground. If Portland can, sustain this drive, they are in the driver's seat right now, I believe, for the rest of the game.
Portland under center. Deep drop from Matt South. Throws it over to the sideline. Nearly picked off. And Art Vandelay is going to make it a 1st and goal on San Diego's 9-yard line.
That was scary. Just threaded it to where I guess only he could catch it. And I mean, look at that. Just right over him. But picks up the first down. And now they've got some room to work with.
So it is 1st and goal for the Fleet. San Diego got to clamp down on the defense. Matt South going to the back of the end zone. That is caught. Touchdown. Jean Valentin with the toe drag at the back of the end zone. What a grab.
What a play. What a grab. What a throw. Everything just got to that spot that only he needed to be. Caught it. Drug the toes, touchdown. And now Matt South is leading this Portland offense down the field. in, successive fashion. And now it seems like he's kind of knocked all that rust off and really is just kind of having his way.
Yeah, looking like his form that he had back when he was in Baltimore back prior to his retirement from the SFL. Kick is up and kick is good. Portland up 20-9. Gap's only 11, but with the San Diego offense, the way it's been performing so far, it's a much greater deficit than 11 points.
It is, because they really haven't had much to do with anything offensively. Defense, they've been decent, but their offense has just been just lackluster right now.
So kick is away, fielded at the goal line, and it's going to be taken up past the 20, up to the 22-yard line. And Ryan Owens gets another decent return. He's been doing pretty dang well, gets the field position he needs. And Javier Vasquez, I really don't want to make it sound like it's do or die time for the Mavericks, because it really isn't. It's only 11 points. But if you really want to keep in touch, you have to get something to happen on this drive.
Right. Because, I mean, you're only losing time, really.
Yep. And, well, that's not how you're going to start a drive like that. Sacked after probably the most pressure I've seen on him tonight. Devin Nuevo with his third sack. What? Just look at this man's talent.
Yeah, I mean, that whole defensive line was just there. Bernard Patterson was there to knock him kind of off his block, and then just Derwin Nuevo came in and cleaned it up.
Short drop once again, throws over to his side, and that one's going to be caught. Mitigates some of the losses from the sack. Catch is made by the fullback, Nick Hoagland.
And they had to make up some of that lost yardage, and, that's a start, but now, 3rd and 13, they've got quite a hefty chunk to go to get this first down.
3 wide to the bottom, 1 wide to the top. 3rd and 13. Deep drop from Javier Vasquez. Throws it over to Ryan Owens. And Owens, had he been able to turn upfield, he probably would have gotten the first down. But just not able to get anything. And coach is now just screaming at him on the sideline.
Yeah, I almost thought he might have stepped out, but I think he got that toe down. But, unfortunately, he just didn't stay in bounds. He had some room to go, though.
Yeah, you just gotta maybe Javier just let him a little bit too far. As Damian punt is high. And that's going to be taken at the 36. Score update from Fort Lauderdale. It's a close game there. 2:50 remaining in regulation, and they're all tied up 31-31 between two historic SFL rivals, the Florida Storm and the Mexico City Aztecs over on FTF. Here on Twitch, though, it's still a pretty nitty-gritty ball game. Portland up 20-9. Short drop, throws it over, and that one was nearly jumped for the interception. Ezekiel Love spins around his man, gets 9 yards on the reception. The corner went for broke right there and missed. That's why, he picked up 9 yards. But, if that goes the other way, though, that's pick 6. Second and 1. San Diego playing right up against the line. Throws it over to Ezekiel Love, and Ezekiel Love is going to pick up the first down. He's going to get up to the 49-yard line. Nice job just leading his man. No, that was actually John Truzman, the fullback.
Yeah, switching it up on you. And now it looks like Portland really found their mojo in this second half. So far, anyways.
Yeah, you never know what can happen in an SFL game.
Indeed.
Throws it over now to Art Vandelay, and Art Vandelay gains 3 yards on the grab, gets it across midfield over to San Diego's 48.
Another grab by Art, and that's just padding the stats for him today. and if they're gonna just seems like they're just gonna continue to target him.
And why wouldn't you? He's been able to get everything done and more.
Yeah, exactly.
Deep drop from Matt South. Matt South throws it to Benjamin Warner, and they're going to say he was out of bounds. Would have been a great catch in coverage if he had been able to hold on to stay in bounds, but unfortunately he wasn't. 3rd and 7.
That really was a fantastic, incompletion. I mean, he threaded the needle to for that incompletion, but it was still, pretty fun to watch.
Moving around in the pockets, Matt South, and Matt South is going to be hit and brought down. San Diego's offensive line still keeping this game close. Joe Duncan for the 2nd sack of the night.
And Joe Duncan, we've called his name quite a few times today, and now Matt South gets the Javier Vasquez treatment and gets sacked, and that's a silver lining for San Diego this half.
Punt is high and long, taking it at about the 20. Decent return, gets up to the 22. But once again, if San Diego really wants to get some mojo going in the drive, or mojo going in the offense, they need a score, and really what they need is a touchdown.
They do, to kickstart this offense, show them that, hey, we can do it, fellas. Just let's get it in the zone, see that we can do it, and then just keep doing it.
Short drop from Javier Vasquez. Vasquez under pressure and not gonna do anything with it. That one's picked off.
Just heartbreaking, but Gary Klim with the heads-up play, and that takeaway just shuts down the San Diego offense right in its tracks. But, he saw it, jumped it, and brought it down. Heads up, just outstanding defensive play.
There are very few plays that I love more in football than a linebacker interception. It's not something you see that often, but when you do see it, it's almost magical.
Yes, it
and
is.
Portland's now in basically Now Portland's in basically default scoring position as Matt South's going to take a deep drop back over to Art Vandelay, and Art Vandelay shimmies around some guys, gets up to 12.
And first down, just another time we've said Vandelay first down, and now that's just chipping away at this yardage, just getting ever closer to this end zone.
So now with less than 2 minutes remaining in the third, handoff goes to Ezekiel Love, and Ezekiel Love stretches the field a very long way sideways, but doesn't do anything going in the forward direction.
Right. Not much north and south. He's more, tries to spread it out to the outside, but unfortunately, the outside defenders have been really good today in stopping him for the most part.
Handoff once again to Ezekiel Love right up the middle, and he's going to gain 2 yards, I'd say, give or take. Makes it a 3rd down and 8.
Now, big 3rd down coming up. Do they target Vandelay because he has just been there every single time? It seems, or do they switch it up and catch us off guard?
Deep drop from Matt South. They aim for Vandelay, and Vandelay's not going to get to the end zone. No, that wasn't. That was Jean Valentin trying to get him his 4th touchdown reception tonight. But instead, they're going to have to send out David John to kick what would be his first field goal tonight.
Other than that kind of snapping gaff earlier, he's been, decent today, not hurting himself.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's all you can really ask for out of a kicker, right?
Yeah, just put in a day's work.
Chip shot's on the way, and it's going to be through for 3. 23-9 with 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter. score update from Fort Lauderdale once again. Florida, less than 2 minutes to go in that game, has taken a 7-point lead over the Aztecs. Over on For the Fans, but with the SFL, you never know until it's over. But over here, it's a 23-9 ball game after Portland takes advantage of San Diego's interception and puts some more points on the board. Now taking up to the 24-yard line, San Diego. It's, you know, I'm not going to say it because it seems to be that I jinx them every time that I do, but, you know, the offense really does need to get something going here in the second half. Javier Vasquez now 20 for 34. His QBR is hovering at about a 40.
Ouch. That hurts. But yeah, no, if he can turn it around, they'll be sitting pretty.
Well, they tried to get the start there with a handoff to Jalen Wells, but Jalen Wells not going to get anything going. Chris Stock on the TFL.
Definitely. Chris Stock just, like a heat-seeking missile, just shuts him down in the backfield, and that's not what San Diego wanted to start this drive.
Well, get your fours up in chat, folks. We're heading to the fourth quarter. 23-9 is your current score. Portland's been pretty dominant this second half so far, but you never know in the SFL. San Diego can always come back. Stay tuned. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Short drop there from Javier Vasquez. Threads the needle. Gets it downfield. As Bob Funk gets the tackle on the play. And Connor Weston, the big play man, gets the grab.
And there was just a perfect slant, just the cure to all your ills. Just that first down, just dropped it in there for him where he could only get it. And that's exactly what they needed.
Handoff there to, I think that was the fullback, Nick Hoagland. Hoagland not going to get back up to the line of scrimmage. The quick handoff that was actually again to Jalen Wells. The quick handoff not really working out.
No, it's not. They've tried it a few times and it just really hasn't worked. Maybe they saw something in the game plan that might have shown that they could get away with it, but just hasn't worked today.
Split back now. They're very tight in their formation on a 2nd and 11. Very unique formation. Going to be a quick handoff. And really recuperates the loss of yard. Makes it a 3rd and 6.
And we had just talked about how it wasn't working, but then he gets, 4 or 5 yards on it. But, that's the minority today, really. It's kind of just done nothing for him today.
So it's 3rd and 6. Short drop, throws it! Oh, no, Ryan Owens nearly had it. He jumped out, he laid out for it, but it just didn't stick. 4th and 6.
Just couldn't get it to stick in his hands. Ground might have caused it to come out, but unfortunately, just couldn't quite come down with it.
Punt is high and punt is long. Taken at the 13-yard line, and it's going to be run up to the 16 for Portland. And now Matt South really now just looking to extend the lead and possibly put the final dagger in the game, even if there's still like well over 9 minutes remaining.
Yeah, 9:30 left to go, but with them kind of being back there in the driver's seat, if they can just rush their way to a victory at this point, I see that's a strong possibility.
Hand off to Ezekiel Love, but Ezekiel Love's going to lose a single yard in the backfield. San Diego's defensive line gets up there and gets the TFL. Jacob Clear, the corner, on the tackle.
Jacob Clear says, you may want to try to run on us, but we're not going to let you. We're going to hit you in the mouth.
Yeah, gonna do one of those old kicks in the face like a kangaroo. Hand off to Ezekiel Love once again. And Ezekiel Love somehow was to just plow his way through that bunch of players and gets a few yards, makes it a 3rd and 8.
Not much doing, but hey, they don't need much doing. They just need to run the clock, and now that's exactly what they're doing. This looks like they might just throw it to try to get that first down.
As Matt South chucks it deep, there was no one near him, but it was a 50-50 ball. I thought there was no one near him, but, well, there was a man near him, but Jean Valentin, he certainly made the catch like there was no one around.
Yeah, he said, yeah, you're around me? I don't care. I'm going to go up and get it. And he did, and he made the heads-up play to not go out of bounds. That's going to be huge because now that clock continues to run and just saves them from, stopping the clock.
And that is what is needed. Ball's now on the other side of the 50 for Portland. Handoff to Ezekiel Love once again. Ezekiel Love just runs right up against the line, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
There's another big play by Devin King. We've called his name a couple times this half, and he's making stops, trying to do his part to do anything he can to turn this ball game around.
Handoff to Ezekiel Love once more. Ezekiel Love not getting a lot of yards, but he keeps it in bounds. He keeps the clock moving.
And that's the modus operandi right now is just burn that clock, stay in bounds, burn the clock, just get us this win by any means necessary. And if that means us running out this clock right now, that's what we're going to do.
Well, it's an empty backfield look for Matt South, and Matt South throws it. I don't know if he was able to keep that one in bounds. Art Vandelay not getting the first down. It's going to be 4th and 4.
Yeah, not only did he not get the first down, but he went out of bounds. So that stops the clock, unfortunately, for him. But, hey, plenty of time left for San Diego to make something happen.
Hunt is away. It's going to be an attempt at a coffin corner. Bounces at the 5. Let's see if Portland can get something out of it. They're going to down San Diego at the 4.
And how about that punt? Just could not be much better than that. Just placing it on a dime. And now San Diego has to go 96 yards.
Under center is Javier Vasquez. Handing it off to... Oh, there's a fumble! Fumble right as he was handed the ball. San Diego praying to, whatever God they believe in, that was recovered by them.
And it paid off. And it looked like, that was Stephen McMichaels that fell on the ball and just lucky to fall on it.
2nd and 10. Short drop, throws to the sideline, caught by Optimus Klein, makes it 3rd and 5. Bit of a risky play, always going for the pass when you're in the shadow of your own goalpost, but that time it worked out.
Yeah, and they not only did they get the completion for 5 yards, but they stopped the clock. So, hey, there's always that.
Meanwhile, score update for Fort Lauderdale. The game's over there. Florida beats Mexico City in a 4-quarter struggle, 41-31. Deep drop from Javier Vasquez. Goes for the short route. His man gets the first down. They tricked everyone of the Portland defense. Go deep, go deep, go deep. But it was the short route that got them the first down.
That was perfect. That's exactly what they needed. Send all those disguised routes to clear them out, drop it in there, reach out for that first down.
Short drop from Javier Vasquez. Vasquez avoids a sack, but he's not going to avoid the second one. 2nd and 18. Bernard Patterson getting in on the sack party.
Yeah, Bernard Patterson got the cleanup, Derwin Nuevo got the initial hit that kind of stopped him, but then Patterson just cleaned him up and with his just near the top in sacks this year.
Second and 18 now. Deep drop, throws over the middle. That one's going to be tipped down and complete. We'd like to welcome everyone in for the fans on Twitch who had just finished up watching that epic matchup between Florida and Mexico City, where Florida was able to barely win 41-31, the final score there. Here in San Diego, it's been the Portland Fleet show throughout the second half. San Diego kept it close through the first 2 quarters, but now they're struggling, down 23-9 with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Third and 18 now. Deep drop from Javier Vasquez, has to make it work on this play. Throws a dime right in the middle, but it's not going to get the first down. If that was on, like, say, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 9 or so, that would have definitely been a first down. Just a little bit too little too late.
Yep, just a little bit too little too late. Great play call and execution. It just couldn't quite get it past that first down yard line.
And they're going to go for it on 4th down. Hey, either go big or go home. Short throw. Caught. San Diego keeps the drive alive in one of the riskiest play calls I've ever seen. Same formation there in the hurry up now. Short drop from Javier Vasquez. Throws. Caught. Threads the seam again up to the 47. San Diego looked like they were back against the wall, but now they are driving. Deep drop from Javier. Throws to the sideline. Caught. 2nd and 5. Now they get to cool off a little bit. And dang! I thought they were dead in the water on the drive. But look at that. They've sprung to life.
Yeah, they found their spark, really, on this drive. I mean, really, it's the no huddles. I mean, done them wonders. And, they went for a little bravado and went for it on 4th and got it.
Short drop, nearly intercepted, but the fact that he got the defender to bike gave him the first down. Hurry up offense once again. In San Diego, they've seemed to figure out what works for them on offense right now, and it's just to gas Portland. Deep drop from Vasquez. Doesn't have a lot of time to throw and makes a poor decision. Ball was deflected by Mel Davis.
And that's Mel Davis's forte, those pass deflections. I mean, he's coming into this game was 3rd in the SFL in pass deflections. And now he's just shown why he is just one of the league best.
Shotgun flip back is what they're going to roll out in. Throws it over to Jalen Wells, and that was not going to work. That was actually to Nick Hoagland, the fullback, and it's now going to bring up 3rd and 12.
And that was just a miscue right there, getting him out for nothing. But, I mean, they got out of bounds, but, it did nothing for them yardage-wise.
Third and 12. Most of the game riding on these next 2 plays. Deep over the middle. The Portland defender, Sean Allen, puts a hand up there and is like, nuh-uh, not today. You're not throwing that ball in this house.
Nope. He shut it down. And Sean Allen's been doing that this game. He's really been playing a ball hawking safety today and really has been everywhere.
Deep drop on 4th and 12, goes for the same play as last time. That's not going to work. Portland takes over on downs. And San Diego, that almost has to be, the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, for sure. That seems like that might be what does it in this, kind of in this threat from San Diego. And now that Portland takes over, I would assume that they would try to run this ball game out.
Yeah, just end the game, really not worry about much else. But let's see what they can do. Hand off to Ezekiel Love. Ezekiel Love's got the blocks. He's out in the open field. Can he shed the man? No, he won't. Down to the 33-yard line of San Diego. And Portland has already sprung into scoring position.
And that was some great blocking by Portland to spring him right there. He had some daylight ahead of him and made the first man miss, but then couldn't quite shake that final tackler. But that was a great little scat to the left that Ezekiel Love had.
Ball's on the 33-yard line. I form, one wide to the bottom. Short drop, throws it on the flat to Ezekiel Love, and Ezekiel Love is not going to get much going. Gets 4 yards up to San Diego's 29-yard line.
You know, they picked up positive yards, stayed in bounds, keep that clock running. Well executed by Portland on that play, and now they're just kind of going to keep trying to grind this win out, the victory, and they're well on their way.
Second and 6, the heavy set behind them. This will be the final snap for the 2-minute warning as they're going to take it up the field a few yards. And that's going to bring us to 2 minutes left in this ball game. Here in San Diego, Portland firmly in control of the game. Let's see what San Diego can do. Don't forget, coming up next week, week 6 on FDF, London is going to head over to undefeated St. Louis to take them on at 6 p.m. Meanwhile, Atlanta heads up to take on Carolina at 8:10 p.m. on Saturday, February 28th, folks. Those are 2 games that I personally cannot wait to see. 3rd and 5, short drop, throws is over, and it is not going to work. San Diego calls the first of their 3 timeouts. Correction, folks, the games that were advertised are listed for next Sunday on February 28th here on For the Fans. But now it's 4th down and 1, and if you're Portland, really, just send out the kicker and ice the game here. That's exactly what they're going to do, David John.
Now it's his chance to try to ice this game for him and leave San Diego with no time really to do anything significant.
Kick is up, and it's going to be through for 3. Portland up 26-9 off the leg of David John. Really, you know, Wade, Portland really has never been known for having like that great of an offense, but honestly, I gotta say, this is one of the best offensive performances I've ever seen from the Fleet tonight.
Yeah, no, they really flipped a switch tonight and really worked some kinks out of their game and really can use this to build for the rest of the season to try to kind of make a point that they're no pushovers and can actually hurt you on offense.
Yeah, definitely. Like they've already shown that their defense can be a lethal unit, and well, as the scoreboard shows, you know, they haven't let San Diego into the end zone yet, although they may be swapping out for the backups now, so that may change. That's Javier Vasquez. Now, let's see what San Diego can do now that they're kind of in have fun mode. Short drop. Throws down, caught, gonna get the first down and a few yards on top of that. Past the 50, past the 40. It's a running race down to the 30, and San Diego calls the timeout.
You got to get out of bounds. I know you're trying to get yards, but just get that last couple yards and get out of bounds. Save your timeouts. Oh, but great passing catch. And now they're within striking distance of putting up a touchdown in this game and not getting shut out from just kicking field goals.
That's the sort of pride that you got to be. Yeah, First and 10 now. Ball's on the 30. San Diego. Quick drop from Javier. Tipped at the line. That one's going to go down.
And that looked like 96 Derwin Nuevo got his big mitts on that ball, and he's really been playing fantastic football tonight. I think he's, got 3 or so sacks, and really has just been, we've been calling his name all night long.
Quick drop once again, and tries to aim it for the hands of number 13 there for San Diego, but just not able to get the connection. That one's going to fall down to the floor, incomplete, 3rd and 10.
Unfortunately, he had his chance to catch the ball, but misplaced the ball, and now this coach might be like, yeah, you might get back on that bench there, bud.
Yeah. Tom Welsh probably is now looking at him and just shaking his head. 3rd down and 10. Split backs. Free play, it's looking like, or it may not be, as the flag was thrown right at about the same time as Javier threw the pass. Let's see what it is from R62. Oh, it's going to be holding. Oh, defensive holding, no. Oh, no, it's going to be an offensive holding, and that's just devastating, really.
That is. I mean, that they had chance to kind of make something happen, but now it sets them back, and now they're really shooting themselves in the foot.
So it's 4th and 4. Everything comes down to this. Yes,
wow,
he got the first down.
And they get the first down.
He rolled over to get that one. Ryan Owens showing he can do what he does best. Javier Vasquez threads it right over the middle. 2nd down and 1. I think the catch is made there by Optimus Klein, the team owner of the Mavericks. Minute 05 remaining. Let's see if they can at least put some points up on the board. That'd be nice. Deep drop, thrown over the middle, and it's going to be a 1st and goal. And if they actually score a touchdown here, if I'm not mistaken, it will take us to the over here in the over-under. Thrown to the back of the end zone, tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and goal. Clock freezes at 40 seconds.
And this is just San Diego's trying everything to get it into this end zone, but they've got a few more tries, try to get it in.
Short drop, throws it over to Jalen Wells. He threw it right over his head. Got it off a little bit too quickly. Jalen Wells was clearly not in his rhythm and just throws it right over his head. 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, just might have threw it at him just a little bit before he was ready for it and just caught him off guard, and that just goes incomplete.
3rd and goal. Ball's on Portland's 3-yard line. Portland playing up against the line here. Short drop. Throws it. Caught. Touchdown. San Diego Mavericks.
And there they go, their first touchdown of the day, and that's what they wanted to see. I mean, they may not get the win, but they at least get to say we scored a touchdown and we didn't get blanked. That's a silver lining, and they can look at it and say what we do good on this drive and use it to continue to excel in that specific way.
And pending the extra point, those of you who took the over for tonight's game of 41.5 points are going to be happy, as this game is looking to get to a 42 even. Kick is up, and it is through. 26-16. And again, as I just said, those of you who took the over, I mean, they better be feeling pretty dang happy right now.
Indeed. There's a toss up, but hey, they get it. They cover.
So now San Diego out to attempt the onside. Kicks away, and that one's going to be right into the hands of Portland. No, but the ball's still alive. Still bouncing around. But the Fleet come up with it. So it's going to... Hold on. Yeah, they're going to come up with it, and they're going to come out in victory formation. Looking forward to next week, Portland heads back to the Shipyard to play the Arizona Scorpions at home. Should be an interesting game. And San Diego is going to play against the red-hot Fort Worth Toros with one of the best defenses in the entire league.
You know, I'd say just there's red hot and then there's white hot, where it just gets so hot that it's just so hot. And that's what they are playing right now, just on fire.
So now is second. Now it's time for just for the simple kneel downs. That should take us to the end of this ball game here. As I said, Wade, this has been probably one of the best offensive performances I've seen from Portland in their franchise's history, really.
Yeah, no, they came that first half, they were kind of stumbling around, but then that second half, they found something deep down, and they came out to play and really just threw up some numbers on them.
And they're going to come away with the win tonight and get a little bit of traction in the Pacific Division, which I know is one of the toughest divisions really to get any traction in right now in the SFL. Portland's going to win 26-16, and just look at that. Portland able to assert their dominance through a much more balanced rushing attack, offensive attack, 281 yards in the air, 69 on the ground. A very nice performance from them tonight.
Yeah, and San Diego had, less than 20 yards rushing, which is never a good thing when you're trying to win a ball game, because then you become one-dimensional and all you can do is pass, and then they can just key off on you like they did, and then you just have a rough showing, honestly.
Yeah, San Diego really showing more of their offensive struggles here as they drop down to 0-5. Portland improves to 2-3 and is equal the amount of wins through 5 games this season as they had all of last season, which, for any young franchise like them, that is a great accomplishment really to have.
It really is. I mean, it shows that they're putting a plan in place to get better year by year, because it's not season by season. It's not an overnight thing. So they just keep that plan in place, and if they keep up with it, within a few seasons, we could see them being able to threaten some of the the juggernauts of the league. Yeah,
they've shown, and really tonight could be a little glimpse into the future of the Fleet, really. Meanwhile, again, the Mavericks, it's been a little bit more of a struggle on offense. However, they did have some little glimmers. Shea Carroll put together a great game tonight. One of the top receivers here at the in this ball game, and Ryan, Connor West and Ryan Owens both having pretty decent games in and of themselves, with Stephen McMichael even tagging in for the fun.
Yeah, they did, and Shea Carroll, really, we were calling his name in the end of that first half, where he was just getting first down after first down when they really, really needed it. And unfortunately, they came up against Valentin with a 3-touchdown day where he was just lighting it up. And to me, that he's my pick for player of the day. But I would say Shea Carroll really was explosive for San Diego.
Well, let's see who the player of the day is here tonight, folks, and it is Valentin. 7 receptions for 111 yards and 3 touchdowns. The man was a beast tonight, wearing number 82 for Portland, and that is going to bring an end to tonight's coverage of SFL action here in San Diego, California. I'm Jack Brown alongside Wade Phillips, Tyler Falk in the stats truck, making us look way smarter than we actually are, and Cam Irvine producing behind the scenes. We thank you for tuning into the SFL and FTF, and post-game coverage will continue right after these messages.